We've had our JL Wrangler for 24 hours. It's time to lift it. Let's get started. If you're looking to increase the ride height of your JL Wrangler and increase the articulation, then you're going to want to check out this JKS JL Wrangler 2.5-inch lift kit fitting your 2018 JL Wrangler. This JKS lift kit comes with everything that you need to get it bolted up under your two-door Wrangler. It features their proprietary coil springs, which are made right here in the US, and also their new track bar, their quick disconnects, and shocks, which feature JSPEC's custom valving to ensure that your ride quality is just as good as the factory, if not better. Now, this lift kit is going to install simply onto our 2018 JL two-door Wrangler, and we should net about 2.5 to 3 inches of lift and allow us to run up to a 35-inch tire on a Sport or Sahara and up to a 37 on a Rubicon. Let's get it thrown onto our Jeep and see how it looks. Jeep's up on the lift and the wheels and tires are removed. We're going to get started removing this track bar since the kit comes with a new one. Grab yourself a 21mm socket and a box wrench. Start with this upper bolt right here. Make sure that you save this hardware after you pull it off. Do the same thing for the lower mount. Except on the back side there's a nut tab, so you don't have to get a ratchet or a wrench or anything back there. Go ahead and pull the hardware out. And then you can remove your old track bar. Make sure you save that hardware, like I said. While we have the axle supported, we're gonna get these sway bar links removed using an 18mm socket. There's another nut tab on this side, so you don't have to hold anything on the inside to get this off. After the lower bolt is out, you're gonna work on the top one. If it does decide to stick or not spin, you're gonna have to use a 6mm Allen key to get it loose. Put your 18, use a box wrench, and then put that 6 into the end of the bolt. And slowly get it off. Remove these 10mm bolts that hold on the brake line and the ABS lines. And repeat the same process on the other side. We're behind the front axle, and right here is your actuator for that disconnecting front axle shaft. Go ahead and pull this clip backwards and then pull this straight out towards you. Now we're going to remove this lower shock bolt by using that same 18mm socket and wrench. Get your bolt out. Might have to use a little bit of leverage here because it is a little bit stuck in there with some pressure. And I know you YouTube mechanics are probably gonna have a perfect suggestion, but this is how I do it. Repeat the same process on the other side. Now you can remove your springs with the axle drooped. Should be pretty simple. Repeat the process on the other side. There's an 18mm bolt up here holding on the shock. Pull back the inner liner and grab a socket and just get that pulled off. Then repeat the same process on the other side. Now install your new coil spring. Make sure that you also install the bump stop extension in at the same time. Put the bolt through the bump stop extension. Then go ahead and put a washer and your lock nut on the bottom side. Use a 9/16 socket and a box wrench underneath. Get it nice and snug. Then repeat the same process on the other side. Now we're going to install our new JSPEC shocks. I'm going to start by putting this top end through and then using the original hardware, putting it through the hole. Let's get this lower shock mount into place and then use factory hardware for it as well. We're going to bow tighten now with an 18mm socket and a box wrench for this lower one. Get the top bolt tightened up. Get the bolts torqued down to 60 foot-pounds. Repeat the same process on the other side. We've installed the longer sleeve on the top end of the sway bar, and I'm also going to insert this polyurethane spacer onto that end. This is going to go closer to the sway bar. Use the provided M12 by 75mm bolt with a washer. Go from the outside in. Put another washer on the inside and your mechanical lock nut. I'll move on to the lower part. This is where things get a little bit different if you have a Sport or Sahara or a Rubicon model. The difference, if you have a Sport or Sahara, you're gonna actually have to cut this tab off here. That's what connects your factory sway bar link. On this lower end, you'll get the bar pin there where you can actually disconnect this. However, since we install a lot of lift kits on this Jeep, we can't really cut this off. Since we're gonna be putting more lifts, new sway bar links, we can't lose this. So we're gonna install it like we would on a Rubicon. However, if you've got a Sport, just cut this off, put the bar pin in there. It's super simple. We're just gonna do it our way right now by putting a lower bushing on. And then you also get a 1/4-inch spacer right here. It's gonna go through that point. And we'll just use our factory bolt and that factory nut tab on this side. So that's what you do if you have a Rubicon model. If you do have a Sport or Sahara and you want to utilize these quick disconnects, which I would highly recommend, you're gonna have to sacrifice this. So you're gonna have to lop it off. Just a quick heads up for you guys. Go ahead and repeat the same process on the other side. We're gonna install the included JKS track bar now. Rough estimate is to set it to 34 inches. You're gonna have to do a final alignment when it's back on the ground. You're gonna use factory hardware to get this back bolted up. After the bolts are in, go ahead and get them tightened up with a 21mm socket and a box wrench on the back. Get it snugged up here in the air, and then we're gonna torque it when it's on the ground. Tighten down the slower bolt the same way. 21mm socket is a little bit easier because you have that nut tab on the back side. Get it snugged up, then we'll get it torqued down when it's on the ground. Hell yeah, brother. Reinstall your brake line and ABS sensor bracket. Then we'll do the same on the other side, and your front end install is complete. We're at the rear of our JL on the passenger side. Gonna pull off this 10mm bolt here first. That's how we're gonna get started working on the rear. Pop it off. I'm gonna put the bolt back in there. That way I don't lose it. As I've said before 23 times in this video, repeat the same process on the other side. Get this lower sway bar link pulled off using an 18mm socket with an 18mm wrench. Put the hardware back in the sway bar link, that way you don't lose it, you're gonna be reusing it. Pull the upper sway bar link, you might have to use an Allen key like we do here. Pull the sway bar link off and set it aside for later. After you've got the sway bar links removed, now we can work onto this lower shock mount. Same thing, 18mm sockets to get it pulled off. Now we're gonna get this bolt out of here. Remove the rear upper shock bolt using an 18mm socket. Track bar pulled off on the driver's side lower mount here. There's a relocation bracket that we're going to attach, so use a 21mm to get it pulled off. Lower the axle enough so you can pop these coil springs out. And retain this isolator here as you're going to reuse it. Place your new JKS coil spring into place. Make sure that you get the rubber isolator at the top. Install the sway bar link into your upper mount. Now I'll just snug up the included hardware. Same with the lower. Just get it into place, snug it up. This is going to take a 15mm socket to get it fully tightened. Tighten up both ends of your sway bar links. Put this bump stop extension right into place over here. And then grab your included hardware, 2 washers and a mechanical lock nut. And go in through the top. There's already 2 pre-drilled holes, pretty simple. And just put the nut down there at the bottom. Slip the other nut into the back. And we're gonna use 2 1/2-inch box wrenches to get these tightened up. Now we're gonna get this track bar relocated. Go ahead and grab this bracket included with the kit. And it's gonna slide right behind. Set this other section of the bracket into place. Set this bracket in front here and use the included hardware through the lower hole with a spacer. That way it doesn't collapse on you when you tighten it up. It's kind of tricky to do, but if you work at it, it'll go. Put a washer and lock nut on the back side. And then up top here, I'm gonna put the factory bolt on without the track bar in, just to hold it in place because we're gonna have to drill some holes. I'm gonna get this bolt tightened up. That way we can figure out where it needs to be to drill these holes. In order to get this relocation bracket fully mounted up, we're gonna have to drill 2 holes over here, get a 3/8 inch drill bit, and just drill them out. I'm gonna leave the bracket on. You could take it off if you want to. However, I'm just gonna let it on there. That way I know it's exactly where it needs to be. We're gonna go ahead and use the supplied hardware. I'm gonna go ahead and put it through from the back side. That way there's less chance of it hitting that coil spring and binding up. I put it in this way just so that way we have the same amount of pulling force on each side. You're gonna use a 9/16 wrench to get these tightened up. Up here, same thing, use the provided hardware. Go from the inside out, washer, and a mechanical lock nut. It's gonna use 9/16 socket and 9/16 box wrench to get it tightened up in. We're now gonna install the JKS rear shocks. I'm gonna start with this top mount, tighten it up with an 18mm socket. Reuse the factory hardware down below. Same thing, 18mm socket and a wrench to get that tightened up. Now they got the lower one tightened up, get the top one nice and tight. Put the factory bolt up top, might be a little bit tricky, get a friend to help push on the rear end. Then we'll use that factory nut tab behind it. And that's it, your lift kit's complete. Well, that's a wrap, guys. You can see we've got our JL JKS lift kit installed onto our two-door Wrangler. It looks absolutely incredible. We went ahead and put some 35-inch mud claw tires on it, wrapped around some Black Rhino Armory wheels, available also here at CJ's. Now this lift kit takes about 4 or 5 hours to install, and you'll need a basic mechanics tool set. Anything up to a 22mm socket will get you done the right way. Now you can find this lift kit as well as many other accessories for your two-door Wrangler right here at cjponyparts.com. Hope you enjoyed that video. To stay up to date on our CJ Off-Road videos, make sure to subscribe up top here, and for any other installs, make sure to click the link right above.